welcome back to another exciting tutorial. Today we're making this Christmas stocking. For this you'll need your needle and your thread and scissors, and also your chosen colour of felt sheets. I've got green, red and white. You'll also need some stuffing for inside the sock as well. So let's get started and cut out our stocking. Next you're going to cut all the felt according to the colours you've picked. Here's what mine looks like. I'm just going to put everything apart so we can start from step 1. First I'm going to sew the green areas onto one side of my red sock. I'm just going to do a running stitch pattern with my white thread. If you want, you can make a lot of these and hang them on your Christmas tree. I think they are such a fun idea. And this year I'm going to make a few Christmas trees and stockings and add them to my Christmas tree. So make sure you don't sew around the edges. Now we're going to move on to the other green section, and I'm going to stitch that in just like I did with the heel. And again, don't sew around the edges. Now that I've done that and I've got some excess thread left, I'm going to do crosses as a pattern all on the red section of my sock. This is optional, you can choose to add beads on yours. I'm just going to stick to a nice simple design for my stocking. So keep going until you have a nice amount of beads or crosses all across your stocking. I'm quite happy with this, so let's go ahead and add the green section of our stocking, like so, and then with my needle and thread I'm going to sew this in as well. Now that's done, I like the look of these little red triangles. You can hot glue these on or you can stitch them on. I haven't got a hot glue gun handy right now, so I'm just going to stitch these little triangles on. I think they look cute and they add a little extra pattern. If you want, in this section you can add in beads as well. I think this looks great, but I found some beads lying around, so I'm going to add a little row of beads near here as well, just to add a little extra festive touch and more texture to my stocking. That's nearly coming to an end. You can be as creative as you like. I'm now going to get the other side of my Christmas stocking and put these two together like so. Make sure the edges line up. And now with my white thread, I'm going to sew all around the edges. I'm going to do a different type of stitch here because I want my white thread to be a bit more visible. So I'm nearly done with the edging here and I'm going to finish it off, but do not sew the top part of the stocking as we need to add some stuffing. So I'm going to get a pencil and just create some space inside the stocking for the stuffing I'm about to add. Get a little bit of stuffing, try not to overfill your stocking, otherwise it'll be hard to sew it shut. And with the pencil, I'm just moving that stuffing around so it's evenly distributed through the stocking. Once I'm happy with that, I'll sew all the way to the edge and then I'll get a ribbon, fold it in half, and I'm just going to slide it inside the top of the stocking like this. The idea is you want to sew this ribbon in as well. And I've decided to go for a nice cute little ribbon that gives festive vibes. So now you could just seal the top of the socks with your stitching. We've got one last touch to go after this to make it look nice and festive, and that's the white lining. It makes all the difference. So I'm going to add the white lining to both sides, and then I'm going to get my white thread and just go over the edges to secure that piece in place as well. When you're happy that you've stitched it nicely together, just tie a knot and cut off your thread. Our Christmas stocking is now done and it's ready to hang on a tree. It looks so adorable. I am in love with this little felt creation. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and I hope you give this a go too. Do check out my Christmas tree tutorial as well on my channel.